Football's coming home again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take me back to where we first met. I'm not asleep and I'm gonna forget. Southgate's gonna want who's to stop me on. Football's coming home again. Come on, boys.
Here we go. Who's got the sprinting shoes on, innit? How quick Kyle Walker is, Mbappe. I think we've seen him this tournament. For me, player of the tournament so far. I really believe that with his 5 goals. I just think he scares. Yeah, he scares defenders, and these players consistently, they drift in and out of games. I just think that time he's got 5 goals. Some of the goals he's got, he scares defenders, and that's what we have a fear of attacking players. That's how it is because. You can think, I'm playing well here as a defender. Opposition hasn't had a kick of the ball. Bang, that split second. And all people talk about is that one little bit of magic. Neymar yesterday was very, very poor in the game, but then he had that...
Magic,
4 seconds, 1, 2, bang, back of the goal. You're now a hero for a second. And that tussle today is going to be big, but I think Kyle Walker can keep him quiet. I think for large periods in the game, he will keep him quiet.
No, I think he's going to need protection at times. I mean, listen, Kyle Walker's just come back from an injury, hasn't he? So there's going to be times in the game where he's going to have to be called upon one of the midfielders, whether it be Hendo, whether it be Saka, who has to come in and just help him out. Large portion of the game is going to be 1v1 situations, which, I'd back Kyle Walker. I think he has got the pace to try and live with him. Again, it's how he approaches it. Watching the Poland game, Matty Cash let him have the sort. He stood off him a little bit, but they did it quite cutely. The midfielders played very wide, which made at times it was a 2, so he was making the midfielder go out to him and protect him. And there was almost a tight back 4 that they played.
I think he's one of the most underrated players. Not just of this time, of all time. When he was at Arsenal, I don't believe he got the credit he deserved. Why are you smiling? Because
no, I'm waiting for you to finish.
I played against him on numerous occasions when he was at Chelsea, when he was at Arsenal, and he's an absolute handful. The ball comes in the box, he moves, he goes and heads the ball. But he's more than that. He's a player when the ball goes into him, he links up play. Everyone who plays with him loves him.
Sounds like you love him as well.
No, I just think he's probably underrated. I don't love him because he flipping scored against me all the time. I definitely do not love him, but I'm a big fan of the way he plays.
That's one centre forward. Listen, records speak for themselves. He scored a hell of a lot of goals, but I look, and I did say that this morning, and I look at Giroud and he doesn't worry me with the back line we've got.
Yeah, I mean, it's another good tussle. We said about Harry Kane and Koulibaly in the previous game against Senegal. I think this is another key battle. Will Varane come out with him, or will he pass him to a midfielder if Harry steps into the 10 position? I mean, Varane was injured before he went into the tournament. There was question marks. Was he going to be fit? I think he's been good for France. He's an important player for them with his experience. He likes to get on the ball. He plays at a relaxed pace, Varane. Good tussle.
Well, Hayley, we've got some news on that. We've been talking to our sources throughout the morning and last night as well, and we can confirm what has been reported elsewhere, and that is we expect England to name an unchanged starting 11 for the game against France tonight in the quarter-final of this huge game. And it's significant because In the past, we've done some work and some research that shows Gareth Southgate, when he's played the better teams in world football, has tended to go to 5 defenders, 3 centre-backs, to give that extra bit of protection. That, I think, has been changed by the form of Jude Bellingham, and he wants to keep 3 in midfield. He wants to keep Bellingham, and so it's a really positive note from Gareth Southgate that he's going to go toe-to-toe with France, who we also expect to play 4-3-3. A really positive move from Gareth Southgate.
A lot of England fans will be delighted. People were a little bit worried that Gareth Southgate may switch to 5 at the back just to deal with Kylian Mbappe. The thinking was that you'd have Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier on the pitch to deal with Mbappe. But I think the way Gareth Southgate has approached this is that we're playing 4-3-3. We've developed from a side that at the last World Cup played 5 at the back. We're now a better side. We're more experienced, we're more confident, and we can play 4-3-3 and we can match France. And we don't have to show France too much respect. We can be confident in our own abilities. I think what's going to be key in this game, though, is all the England games we've been at during this World Cup, England have a lot of possession.
Yeah.
They have a lot of the ball. The whole time they dominate possession. This time round, they're going to have to work a lot harder off the ball than they've had to do in the previous game. When you speak to French reporters, journalists, broadcasters out here, they're a little bit cocky. Can we say that at this time of the day?
I think they're reflecting a belief in the French nation, as I understand it. So I've spoken to a number of French journalists as well.
They just think they're better than England.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
They think they're better than England. I was reading an article this morning that said only one England player would get in the France side, and that was Kyle Walker. And they said, yes, English football is good, but when we think of English football, when we think of the Premier League, we think of the foreign players. So when we think about Man City, we think about Bernardo Silva, Erling Haaland. We don't think about John Stones or Kyle Walker. Being a little bit disrespectful towards English football. I think if any of the England players have read any of this or picked up on it, they might just feel, hey, you're disrespecting us a little bit. I think we've got a point to prove tonight.
I think the French view is that Kyle Walker is arrogant, Harry Maguire is the weak link in defence, England are weak at the back, but good going forward, and the game will be decided in the midfield. So I think there's a bit on both sides. And also, one of our own national tabloid newspapers put some big signs up in the middle of Paris, didn't they, saying it's coming home. So there's going to be a bit of spat, I think, between the two sides.
I don't quite understand where these French journalists are coming from, writing off England. They're honestly telling me that somebody like Harry Kane wouldn't get in the England side. Phil Foden in the France side. Players like Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Raheem Sterling, Jude Bellingham, Kyle Walker. I think they need to respect England and English football a lot more than they are.